Glad you could join us today. Today's show is on trophy elk hunting, and we're going to go into southern Colorado and actually hunt elk in the oak brush. You know, over the last several decades, the elk population in this particular type of terrain has exploded. And so we're going to go down there in the rut today and try to find a trophy bull elk. And it's a little different hunting than what you're used to hunting elk in the alpine country. So come along as we go trophy elk hunting in Colorado. You know, years ago, there wasn't too many elk in this type of terrain. But over the last 30, 40 years, they've just multiplied considerably. It's kind of different than hunting the high country or even hunting the timber. These elk will live right in this oak brush. It's very brushy. There's hardly any conifer in this country, so they'll what they call brush up or lay down in this oak brush. You know, this little scrub oak is really good and nutritious. You watch these elk eat it all the time, and they do very well on it. You know, down in this country, some of the biggest bull elk taken in Colorado have come from here. As you can see here, these elk are moving down through here. It's during the rut, and I've come down to try to find a trophy bull elk. It's been 2 years since I've hunted Colorado, and this year is my year to come back to try to find a nice trophy bull. Look at this bull right here. He really has only 5 on one side, 6 on the other. But boy, does he have some cows with him. This is, I think, around the 20th of September. Notice how white-horned this bull is. If you watched my last elk video, you notice that bull is really black-horned. These bulls are light-horned because they don't have that timber.
Mike, in this kind of country, particularly as warm as it's been, and the lack of timber that you're noticing here, they stay brushed up pretty late, a lot of days, and so many times we're looking into the oak brush, checking the little holes into the oak brush, the bases of them where they could be bedded up and get a little shade. And sometimes they're pretty hard to spot down here, although we do get a lot of wide open spaces and we can cover a lot of distance with the binoculars and the spotting scope. And these elk, as we were looking, these cows just now got up and started coming out of the oak brush. Mike, I found the bull. He's up in the heavy oak brush, just to the left of the cows and higher. Looks like a real good bull. It's a solid 6 and really wide, pretty heavy mass on him.
Do you think he sees us? Of course he sees us, Mike. He's looking right straight at us. But he's not real concerned. He's going to go right over in that little gully there and tear up an oak brush. This isn't quite what we're looking for a trophy bull. You know, we're down here with Grant Atkinson. Grant has hunted down here for 30, 40 years. His family has homesteaded this country. He likes to hunt in the Pagosa Springs area every fall, and he can really find these elk in the oak brush. Now, like I said, we're looking for a little bigger bull than this. If you notice here, he come out of that gully and it's just above his cows, and we're able to get a better look at him. He's just a little short in the back. Probably he's got a 40-inch spread. His main beams are probably 45, 46 inches. I'd say he's about a 7-year-old bull. A real great bull. But I'm kind of looking for the next notch higher. The next morning we come up on this old battler right here. Now look at this bull. When he turns here, you see he's blown off a couple of his points. This is an old bull. I'll bet you he's 9 years old. He's got 20 cows here. But I want you to watch this. What happens is the cows and the satellite bulls, there's 2 satellite bulls, see us up on this ridge. And they turn and take off and leave this old bull behind. So this kind of watch this sequence. This is pretty good. And I want you to watch this bull. He's got something wrong with him. His back leg is broke. Here they are. They all take off, and they actually leave that old bull by himself. Now watch this satellite bull go through that oak brush just like a V plow going through snow. Crashing, crump, thump, 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 thump. Going through it like a tank. Now how do you hunt these elk in this type of terrain? Well, you don't want to try to stalk right up on him because you'll get in there and you won't be able to find him. So what Grant likes to do is get across the canyon and set up with a spot and scope or binoculars within 300 yards and find a bull and hunt him. Here he comes hobbling along. Notice that leg of his is busted. Probably did it last year. And they've left him. Here he comes. Notice his royal's been blown off. He's probably got a 46-inch outside spread. And like I said, I'll bet he's 9 years old. How can you tell? A good indication is look at how heavy his body is. He's got just a big, heavy body.
And then you're going to get more footage of the cripple bull when he gets up there in the sun just a minute.
Okay, where's the bull? I got the cows. Is he below the cows?
He's coming right behind him right now.
He's just
Yeah, he's right behind
little
the last
raghorn.
No, he's ahead of him. He's up above.
Oh,
if
I got
he's
him.
crossing
I
up
got him. Yeah,
high.
I got him now. I got him now. You need a spotter when you do this because you can't watch
You bet. There you go.
it. Yeah, I got him.
And that cripple bull's mad. Isn't he? He said, "You son of a gun."
Yeah, that cripple bull is only halfway up that mountain trying to keep up with him. Well, you know, that satellite bull will take those cows into a pocket around back there, and eventually that old bull will get up on him and whip that little satellite bull and take the cows back over. But for now, is he mad? If he could only get a hold of that satellite bull, he'd show him something. Look at him coming up that hill.
Oh, he looks good.
I bet he looks good.
Boy, a poor old guy.
I know it.
Old battler. Well, my theory is those cows kind of decide who they're going to breed. And, you know, he's a big old bull. Oh, he's mad.
Yeah, look at him hobble up that hill. He must have, like I said, broke it last year and it healed kind of funny. And he can't get along with it too well. You know, in this country, they don't have the snow we do in Jackson Hole. So a bull like this has got a chance, if he breaks a leg, to heal up and survive winter after winter.
Boy, just posing for you there, Mike.
Yeah, I got him.
Grant, once you get out and look at this bull, I'll take you and him in one sequence. That's it. Get right out there and take a look at him. Isn't this great, folks, being able to hunt in an area that produces this quality of elk? And they've really come back in southern Colorado, particularly in this oak brush country. Like I said, most of these bulls are white-horned. They just don't have the timber and the pitch to make their horns black like they do in the high country. But that doesn't make them lesser of a trophy. Boy, I'd like to see the old bull that knocked his royals off. He is really mad, isn't he, Grant? All right. There he is, trying to make it up the hill.
Look at that boy. He is posing.
He's going to give us one last look. He knows we're there. He's looking at us as he's going up the hill. He's going to go over into that pocket and find those cows and run that little satellite bull off. Good luck, old boy. We're going to go find the bull that knocked your royals off. That's the one we're looking for. Well, maybe I'll see you on the winter range, fella. If you make it through the fall, I tell you it'll be easy to find you. You're the only one out with a gimped leg. Oh, a day later, one morning, we come up on this bull. You notice here, like I said, Grant likes to look down in the canyons or across. That's the only way you're going to hunt this oak brush. If you get in there with those elk, they're going to just take off and leave you. You can't see further than 10, 15 feet away. So looking down there like this, we come up on this bull. And this is just a 300 class bull, and you notice his royals are broke off on that one side. You're going to ask me, how come all these bulls got broken off antlers? Points. The reason is because a lot of times there's a lot of bulls per cow in this particular area, and these bulls are fighting with each other continually. Here's another bull we pushed out of a canyon. You notice here he's only got 5 on a side, 6 on the other. He's got a dozen cows with him. About a 6-year-old bull. Give him a couple years and he'll be a really trophy class bull elk. Look at him go up through that oak brush. They use those antlers to part that oak brush as they go through it. Look at that. Just like a V plow in snow. Oh, look at that. Go through that stuff. You and I try that, we'd get all wrapped up in it and hung up for an hour.
There he goes.
He says, you guys don't sound like an elk. I'm leaving. Adios. You know, down here we hunted here for about 4 or 5 days. Probably saw 3 or 4 bulls in the 300 to 320 class. And that's pretty good. I mean, some hunters will go a whole fall and not even see one bull like this, let alone several. I feel real fortunate that we hit it just right and we're in a good area that produces bulls like this. And a lot of times what you have to do, folks, is find these draw areas. And in Colorado particularly, and Utah, they have preference points. You know, I come up on this bull, and this is the only look he gave me, a big old smart bull. Notice there how many points he has on that one side? I didn't know that until I took it to my studio and counted. He has 9 on that one side, 9-point bull. Now let me count them for you. I'll stop frame it here, and let's count. He has 2 brow tangs. He's got a brush point, so that's 3. That's 4. That point off his royals 5. That next one's 6. That next one is 7. A little one makes 8. And then his back tang makes 9. I've never seen a bull with 9 on one side, 6 on the other. And that's the only look that bull gave me. You know, we looked at quite a few good quality bulls, but we're looking for one that's pushing 350. And over the years of hunting elk, I've come to the conclusion that bulls have sometimes a little route they'll take. In other words, they'll have a circle they'll go, and this circle might encumber several creek drainages, and it might take them 2 or 3 and sometimes as much as 5 days to make this circle. Well, Grant had seen a bull several weeks earlier, and he just disappeared, and we haven't seen him for at least 5 days. So really what we're going to do here is just kind of bide our time, hoping this bull will come back around and come into this pocket that we had seen him 2 weeks earlier. So let's go back to hunting elk in the oak brush and see if this tactic will work.
I got him. He's stepping on the side. One side.
You know, Grant and I have been waiting here for 5 days for this bull. Grant had spotted him 10 days earlier and he disappeared on him. But you know, Grant and I both knew that if we'd be patient, this bull would come back, and he did. Here he is right here. If you look at him, he's got 7 on one side, 6 on the other. What a bull. I know his main beams are over 50 inches. Now, one of the things you got to realize is I told Grant, I said, Grant, I'm not going to shoot at this bull. He's over 300 yards here. The wind is blowing in a crosswind. That bullet traveling that far will go a long ways to the left. The bull doesn't know we're there. The sun is starting to go down, and I know that if we just be patient and that bull doesn't know we're there, as soon as the sun dips behind that hill behind us, then the wind will calm down and we're able to get a good quality shot at him. He doesn't even know we're there. So I ease my way along the ridge. I'm across from him, and I get set up with a bipod. That's right. He doesn't even know we're here. This is the only way to shoot 300 yards is with a dead, steady rest. And I get one right here. I'm shooting a 7mm Magnum, 160 grain Barnes bullets. They don't even know we're here. Look how far away this is. This is 330 yards right here. It's a poke, folks. But like I said, as soon as that sun went down below the hill there, the wind quit and it's dead silent right now. I wouldn't have tried to shot like this with that wind blowing. I know better. Take it easy, Mike. Take a deep breath. Get right on him. Wait until all the cows get away. You don't want to shoot when those cows are around him. You might hit one of them. You don't want that to happen. Just take your time. Take your time. Okay, wait until that cow gets away. Okay, he's clear. I hit him right in the shoulder. Notice him dragging that shoulder.
Where'd I hit him? I don't know,
We didn't know at that time.
but he's hit. He's almost down.
I take another one. I hit him right in the heart. Another one right in the shoulder. And that did it. He was dead the first shot.
He's down.
But with a big bull like that, you want to make sure. How do we know it's 330 yards? Grant's got a rangefinder. You know, last night I took this great bull. He's 7 on one side and 6 on the other, and he's over 53 inches on his main beams. Sometimes these old bulls will disappear for 2 or 3 days with their cows and hold up in a pocket somewhere, and you just got to be patient and just keep waiting and waiting, and eventually he's going to show up again, and that's what happened, isn't it?
Yep.
He's just a great bull. Like I said, he's over 53 inches on his main beams. It was about a 320-yard shot.
Yeah, 330, I think.
330. And I used a 7mm Magnum, and I was using Barnes bullets, 160 grain Barnes X, and really did perform quite well. I'm really proud of this. And thanks, Grant, for helping me get this terrific bull.
You did a great job.
I want to let you know all the sequences and hunts were done in fair chase. Remember, fair chase is the only way to hunt and take trophy big game.